Greetings, Human Life Forms. I'm the Meister. Welcome back to another prediction video. Today we'll be doing the Kansas City Chiefs. Before we get into this, I have done a prediction video for the majority of these teams. The only teams I have left are the Chiefs and the entire AFC North. Other than that, I have done a prediction video for all of these teams, and I'll also make a playoff prediction and Super Bowl prediction video, all in one video, after I finish the team-by-team predictions. The site I am using, keep forgetting to mention this. I'm only mentioning it like every other video. I want to keep it consistent. But NFLPlayoffPredictors.com, that's the site that I'm using for these predictions. I'll leave their site in the description below if you want to use it for yourself and make your own predictions. I also will leave my social medias in the description below, as well as my Twitch that I stream on from time to time. Yeah, let's get into this. So Chiefs offensively, we already know how good they are. Start off with their quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, arguably the best quarterback in the entire league. Didn't win MVP. Got less MVP votes than Josh Allen, but still arguably the best quarterback in the league. So there's that. Running back position, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is their starting running back there. He had an okay regular first season. I mean, it wasn't too spectacular. Of course, it was in the regular season against the Bills because we had a running game issue in that stretch. But receiving core wise, obviously Travis Kelce, the big tight end, currently the best tight end in the entire league. And then wide receiver position, you obviously have Tyreek Hill, who got totally overrated in Madden 22. Diggs was, I mean, 97 is all huge, but I mean, lower than DeAndre Hopkins and Tyreek Hill. That's a different story. But still, I think that's a bit high for Tyreek Hill. I mean, I see him at like a 96, 97, right around where Diggs is. But we'll see. Other wide receivers, Mecole Hardman, Chiefs want him to step up. And then you still got Demarcus Robinson there as well. They did lose Sammy Watkins to the Baltimore Ravens, but he wasn't much of a factor last year because he was injured and the Chiefs were just fine without him. So, defensively for the Chiefs, it's a very underrated defense. I mean, they play well in some games, but then other games they'll play extremely poor, as we saw in the Super Bowl game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, I mean, the Chiefs played absolutely terrible too, but that's because they didn't have an offensive line, and they definitely fixed that problem, at least for Chiefs fans, hopefully, for their sake. Other than that, the entire rest of the league absolutely hopes that they did not fix their offensive line issues. But going into the season, Week 1, hosting the Cleveland Browns. Browns offensively, I think, could be one of the best offenses in the league. I think they have the best running back duo in the entire league with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. I think they have a top 10 wide receiver duo with Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham Jr. And I think they have a potential Pro Bowl quarterback in Baker Mayfield. So I'm very high on this offense. Defensively, I really like as well. They picked up Jadeveon Clowney from the Tennessee Titans. Pairing him up with Myles Garrett is going to be one of the best edge duo threats in the entire league, in my opinion. Of course, you still got Denzel Ward at cornerback, and then now they picked up John Johnson from the Los Angeles Rams. He's going to be a big help at safety. I'm really high on this team. Man, this is a good game. I wish this game was primetime. I mean, at least my Bills don't play the same time, so I'll be able to watch this game. But, that's tough. You know, to open the season, I'm going to go Browns week 1. I'm going to go bold prediction week 1. I'm going to give that game week 1 to the Cleveland Browns. I think offensively, I mean, Browns almost beat the Chiefs in the divisional round last year. And this year, yeah, offensively for the Browns, I think they're going to really make that Chiefs defense struggle a lot. And it's just going to be kind of an offensive battle, but I think with the Browns' revamped defense, I think can hold the Chiefs for a little bit, and the Browns get the win there week 1. Week 2 at Baltimore to take on the Ravens. I think this is a Monday Night Football game. That or it's a Sunday Night Football game, but I know it's prime time. Baltimore Ravens, I think, have a really solid defense overall. They have one of the best cornerback duos in the entire league with Marcus Peters and Marlon Humphrey. Offensively for the Ravens, you'll see how that running game is. I mean, it was like the best running game in the entire league last year, especially with Lamar Jackson. But we'll see how it is. J.K. Dobbins is expected to be the starting running back. Expected to be the starting running back this year, so we'll see. And then passing game, they picked up Sammy Watkins from the Chiefs, so possible Sammy Watkins revenge game. We'll see. And then, of course, they still got Marquise Brown there as well. And then you have Mark Andrews at tight end. This is a tough one. I'm going to go Chiefs week 2. I think they'll get the best of the Ravens there week 2. Week 3, hosting the Los Angeles Chargers. Chargers defensively wasn't one of the best defenses last year. But one of their big names are coming back. Derwin James, he was injured all of last season. He is finally coming back. One of the best safeties in the league when healthy. At least that's what all the hype is about with this guy. But, sorry. Offensively for the Los Angeles Chargers, Justin Herbert won the Offensive Rookie of the Year last year. So they're still expecting great things from Justin Herbert this year. Another really good wide receiver duo in Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. And then, of course, at running back, you have Austin Eckler. But, yeah, I'm going to give this game to the Chiefs week 3. I think the Chiefs' passing attack will be a bit too much for the Chargers' defense, just like last year. Week 4 at Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. I think this game is a little self-explanatory. I'm going to go Chiefs there week 4. Week 5, hosting the Buffalo Bills, Sunday Night Football. Bills defensively they did take a step back last year. They did get a lot of injuries. Beginning of the season kind of hurt them a little bit. They really picked it up in the second half of the year and then going into the playoffs. But Chiefs dominated our defense. We just couldn't get to Mahomes. Mahomes had too much time to throw, which is why the Bills went out and drafted Greg Rousseau and Basham, 2 edge rushers with their first 2 draft picks. They are rookies, so you can't expect too big of an impact, unless, of course, Greg Rousseau wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. But we'll see there. Offensively for the Bills, should be one of the best in the league still, if not even better. Running back position is still an issue. There needs to be a guy to step up there for the Bills. Devin Singletary was the main guy last year. I've heard a couple good things from him this offseason. But everyone, like PFF, thinks Zach Moss is going to be the Bills' starting running back, but we all know how bad PFF is with their takes. They also picked up Matt Breida from the Miami Dolphins. So we'll see if he might emerge as running back 1. I don't know. We'll see. Quarterback, obviously, you got Josh Allen, one of the best quarterbacks in the entire league. Had more MVP votes than Patrick Mahomes last year, fun fact. Receiver position should be even better this year. You have Stephon Diggs, which was statistically the best receiver in the entire league last year. And then you still got Cole Beasley, arguably the best slot receiver in the entire league. They did lose John Brown, but they're replacing him with Emmanuel Sanders, which should be pretty good. And then Gabe Davis, he was a rookie last year. He proved to be pretty good for that Bills offense last year. It's just... Ugh. With how the season has been going, you know, I think I gotta... I'm gonna go Bills here. I'm gonna go Bills. Now, before you go crazy at me, I'm not being biased. I've just been seeing how things have been going throughout the offseason. And yes, when I did my Buffalo Bills prediction video, I did predict the Bills to lose to the Chiefs. But I will be changing it, for the time being, to Bills over Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. You guys can go all crazy you want at me in the comments. Don't care. Moving on. Week 6 at Washington to take on the football team. Still can't believe they don't have a name yet. But defensively for Washington, should be one of the best defenses in the entire league. With all that talent that they got. They even assigned, I know his number, I can't think of his name, number 93 at defensive line. They signed him to a monster contract. So congratulations to him. But offensively, for the Washington football team, I almost said Redskins, they have Ryan Fitzpatrick at quarterback, and then, of course, at wide receiver position, they have Curtis Samuel and Terry McLaurin. Running back position, they do have Antonio Gibson. They're hoping he can take a step up this year, but I'm going to go Chiefs here, week 6. I think this is where the Chiefs finally, figure out themselves and get a tough win against Washington. Week 7 at Tennessee to take on the Titans. Titans offensively should be one of the best in the entire league. You have Derrick Henry, 2,000-yard rusher, the best running back in the entire league, solely running the football-wise. But quarterback, you have a Pro Bowl caliber quarterback in Ryan Tannehill, and then which is the best wide receiver duo in the entire league, A.J. Brown and Julio Jones. Great wide receiver duo there. Defensively is absolutely atrocious, which is why I'm going to go Chiefs here, week 7. Yeah, it's just a really bad Titans defense there. Yeah, end of story there. Week 8, hosting the New York Giants. Giants, defensively, I think it's pretty solid overall. I mean, it definitely could be better, but it's pretty solid. It's not the worst defense in the league. Teams can definitely work with that defense. Offensively for the New York Giants, you have Daniel Jones at quarterback. Giants fans hoping he could take a step up this year. Saquon Barkley, I think he's starting to get a little overrated in my opinion, because, I mean, I've been a football fan now. This will be my 3rd year watching football. These past 2 years, Saquon Barkley has just been injured the entire time. Don't you think that those injuries are gonna, get to him at some points? I mean, that's just what I'm thinking here, but you guys have different opinions. He must have been really good in his rookie season. Receiver position, Kenny Golladay, they picked him up from the Lions. He should be a big help for Daniel Jones. Then you still got Sterling Shepard there. But I'm going to go Chiefs here, week 8. I think the Chiefs offense is a little too much for that Giants defense. And Steve Spagnuolo's defense will get to Daniel Jones this game. Week 9, hosting the Green Bay Packers. Now, if you guys have been paying any attention to the NFL today, Aaron Rodgers is coming back to the Green Bay Packers for at least one more year. So Packers fans, congratulations. You're Super Bowl contenders for yet another year. And now another thing, Davante Adams is willing to sign a contract extension with the Green Bay Packers after just the other day saying that the contract talks are over and there won't be a deal, and it was just looking horrible for the Packers fans, but now it looks absolutely amazing for them. So should be one of the best offenses in the entire league yet again this year. Defensively should be pretty much the same as it was last year, unless young guys take steps up. I don't know what that is. You got me. But I'm gonna go Chiefs. Week 9. I don't want to, but I am. Yeah, I think Mahomes is gonna get all the protection in the world, and yeah, the Chiefs probably win that game. Week 10 at Las Vegas to take on the Raiders. Raiders defensively is absolutely terrible, so I'm just going to go with the Chiefs there. Moving on to Week 11. No, there's... Oh my god, my phone. You know, I mute my phone, but my phone jiggles every time I get a notification. Then I feel the vibrations on my table. So, gonna move that. Week 11 is a similar situation. The Cowboys have an absolutely atrocious defense, unless, of course, young guys can take a step up, which hopefully for Cowboys fans' sake is the case. But yet again, I'm going to go with Chiefs there, Week 11. Really picking it up after a rough start to the season. Week 13, hosting the Denver Broncos. Broncos, I think, can have one of the best defenses, if not the best defense in the entire league this year with all their additions. And they're looking pretty healthy there in defense as well, obviously, because it's the offseason. But I loved that Kyle Fuller pick from the Chicago Bears. I think that'll help with that Broncos defense a ton. Offensively is where it gets a little interesting. You either have Drew Lock or Teddy Bridgewater at quarterback. People are assuming Drew Lock will be the starter. But this offense can be really good if, you know, for example, if Aaron Rodgers was on the Denver Broncos, they'd be Super Bowl contenders. But, like, the only thing holding this Broncos team back is the quarterback position. If the quarterback can figure something out, the Broncos will be a real threat. And I think they will be in the foreseeable future for, like, next year. But I'm going to go Chiefs here, Week 13. It's just that uncertainty at quarterback. Going Broncos there, Week 13. Week 14, hosting the Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah, I'm going to go Chiefs. I don't think that the Broncos... What is up with my pronunciation in these videos recently? Good God. Raiders, I don't think will be able to split with the Chiefs this year. I'm going to go Chiefs there. Week 15 at Los Angeles to take on the Chargers. Week 15, Thursday Night Football. I got to go Chiefs again. There. Week 16, hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers defensively can be pretty solid or it can be pretty terrible. I mean, they lost a couple guys in free agency this past offseason, but should still be overall a pretty solid defense. Offensively, don't know what happened to that offensive line. They got some problems there. But Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback, people are looking for him to bounce back this year, even though he threw for a crazy amount of yards. But, well, at least later in the season, he threw for like 1,000 against the Browns. Running back position, you have Najee Harris, which is expected to be the starting running back this year. So we'll see how he plays. He's a rookie, of course. Wide receiver position, you got Deontay Johnson and Juju Smith-Schuster, so we'll see how good they are in that position. But I'm going to go Chiefs here. Yeah, I think this is where the Chiefs are hitting their stride. Week 17, I'm going to go Chiefs over the Bengals. I'm not a fan of that Bengals defense. Week 18, again, quarterback uncertainty. I'm going to go Chiefs there, Week 18 to wrap up the season. 15-2 on the season. Possibly having the number 1 seed. We'll see. You have to... Well, I already know if they have the number 1 seed, even though I didn't do the AFC North. So, currently, I know who the number 1 seed is. But if you want to know who the number 1 seed is, gotta watch my other prediction videos. There should be a playlist above me right now for my other prediction videos I've done in the past. If you enjoy this prediction video, a like would always be appreciated. If you're looking forward to the next prediction video, I recommend subscribing and hitting the bell so you do not miss when I upload another prediction video. And with that, I don't have much else to say except play forms out.